I get the feeling that was maybe someone's Total Recall fan fiction.
Absolutely. Or very Blade Runner-y.
Actually, it's a very Blade Runner name. So that's where one target went. So that was A. We know where Beast ended up in the park and seemingly stopped at that point. So now let's see where Mr. C went.
King blocked.
Mm-hmm. Because this is where they nicked the machine, it seems. It says a lot when like when you're watching little dots go across the screen, and that's the most exciting part of the game.
Well, see, the thing is that like I don't really mind this part, because essentially what you're doing is you're tracking where people are going, and then you're investigating where they've been.
Yeah.
To kind of make up clues. So you're kind of watching where they go in real time. So this is a real surveillance and then investigation part, and that's really, really good. Like that fares it like quite a lot of thought. But the problem is that's like the game's just so fucking boring. And this part isn't really boring because you'd be kind of interested. Oh, where the fuck is he going? Where is he going? I say nowadays you could make this exceptional.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like with I think because it's like what,
because you track where he goes fourth floor. Yeah.
And this is the thing. Like this one is particularly important because you need to keep track of where he's going in order to get to the fourth floor. So yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, okay, you can understand it's 88, so they don't really know how to do something like this. But the answer is not really bad gameplay sections. You know what I mean? Like it's there's something
also
else.
I should actually point out, it was kind of mentioned there, even though this is 1988, these graphics are actually spectacularly bad for that era.
Yeah, because we played like King's Quest 4 and the like, and like even those ones inside Sierra are a good bit better.
Yeah, so like I know anybody who's not really played any games from that era would probably think, oh well, it's all blocky, it's all pixely, it's all shite. Like I think, this is terrible. Like this, even for the period. I remember the game reviews of this game when it came out were all like unanimous in that the graphics on this are fucking terrible.
I don't think graphics was ever Sierra's like strength, if you like.
Yeah, but they've really undersold it. Like there's not playing to your strengths, and then there's holy shit, phoning it in.
This is it, like. Okay, here we go.
Excess.
Yes. So this is where we are. This is Lewis Redman, even though he's coloured blue.
How do we know what his full name is?
I guess we have like access to like everyone's personal information, so maybe we do know everyone in the area. I'm not sure why he has like Native American face paint on though. Is that like another?
Blue? I genuinely thought they were whiskers initially. A nice swastika on the fucking wall there.
Yeah, that's not the first swastika in the game.
No.
And it's an actual like Nazi swastika as well, which is even worse.
Yeah.
And now here is the worst part of the game, lads. In fact, I think it's perhaps one of the worst bits of gameplay ever. So, the whole idea of this area, first of all, not get stabbed. That's bad. It's really, really bad for you. But the whole idea of the game is basically to dodge his knives and then punch him in the mouth. But here's the thing. You can't move left or right. So the only way to like move is to jump and punch. That's the only ways you can move. Yeah. You can't even move when you're... So obviously you can't move when you're ducked. So you have to hope that he keeps like throwing knives lower than you so you can jump.
Oh yeah, punching as well moves you as well, yeah.
Yeah, it moves you a whole lot faster. So this is me trying to like brute force it just to like basically catch up to the knife.
And I think the real crowning turd in the water pipe of this section is that like that one was pretty funny. Is that like you don't just have to do this once. You don't even have to do it twice.
No.
You have to do it 4 times.
4 times. You're absolutely right. 4 fucking times. The exact same game, 4 times. Second one's a little bit faster. The third one, the objects are a little bit bigger. The fourth one, the guy is fucking shooting at you.
Oh, man.
Like, no word of a lie. This is perhaps one of the worst things I've ever experienced. And I call it good.
It's already terrible. Like,
yeah.
This is just awful. I don't understand what was going on. You got to look at people and think, hang on, wait a minute. How on earth did you look at this bit and go, oh yeah, this is good. This suits the this suits the overall aspect of the game.
Do you know what? Yeah. So, we could improve this section, or we could just say fuck them, which is exactly what they said. They just said fuck them. Like, Sierra never made
dead body in the fucking dead body are there as well.
Yeah, I think that was the guy we just knocked out. So these thugs,
is it?
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Like,
did you hit him so hard that he lost all of his fucking clothes?
Yeah, did he landed in the bath apparently? Yeah. I think they are just wearing They are wearing like black robes, but they're not wearing any shoes, which is fucking weird to be doing that in an alleyway. Like, what did we fucking walk in on? Do I want to know what we walked in on? Like, I mean, okay, it's wretched excess, but I didn't realize it was an entire fucking foot fetish club.
Looks like you sprung a few leaks. Her. Fuck you.
I hate the fucking smugness. Like, I know it's deliberate. I know they're taking the mickey, but this is your fault. You put this out. You put this out thinking it was great, and for some reason you're blaming fucking Chester on it. I don't understand why. Like, oh look, it's Chester and a swastika. Man, this is so original and funny. And now the gas thing is, like, the second boss is actually a lot easier than the first, because you're able to build up a cadence. Or like what happened there, okay? I made
where you got knife in the testicles.
Here's what happened there, right? Because I hit punch, right? I just ran. Okay, that one fair enough. But before then, I ran punch and had a good second to hit jump, but it would not do it because the game decided you're getting stabbed. And that happens in a fight scene later on, where like the game has decided what it's doing before you can have more input. And that's really, really irritating because like your reactions are so much quicker than the fucking PC at this rate.
Oh, surprised now! Like you ducked into the back of that one. I'm surprised it still didn't just reverse course and shank you in the eye.
Yeah, it should have just rolled back and just went no. Would have done a fucking proper Montreal screw job in me there.
Oh,
yeah.
You should. I'm very lucky, surprised that you didn't get fucked there.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh no, that is the guy we knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah. There's always one in the background afterwards. So now we talk to fucking Leonardo here after knocking out Raphael and Michelangelo. Fucking awful.
Oh yeah, they all have different fucking hair colors.
Yeah. Because that's the only way to like tell these orbs to. And again, that was the fucking problem. I had pressed jump and it just would not. The game had insisted that I died. Truly awful, lads. Truly,
none of the graffiti is actually at normal level. Like everybody's just like, oh yeah, well, we'll only spray paint like a full 6 feet above normal head height.
Gary, can you grab that step ladder? I feel like graffiti in the wall. Oh, that's a great idea, Brian.
Sorry, I forgot the ladder. We can't graffiti today, but the entire wall is completely blank at our level. We cannot graffiti.
Oh, by the way, can I just admire the graffiti there? Like, there's a theta sign and, of course, the infamous sunshine.
Oh, this is the gun guy.
This is the gun guy.
If I remember correctly, you kind of watch his hand.
You have to keep an eye on his arm.
Yeah.
It's the only way to know which way he's going to shoot. Is when he has it cocked? Is it under or over? But as I learned eventually, you can very easily get the cadence up. In fact, you're able to, like, you know, like, matrix dodge your way up there if you can. But, I get shot several times in the chest before then. Like that. Yeah. At least the graffiti matches this area. Like, okay, granted, there's a knife there instead of a gun, but at least it has death.
It just has death.
Death. You know, like, we've come from inner city Dublin. We do have graffiti that just says death because no one else could think of anything better. Apparently he was sick of my Super Mario shenanigans, so he just said, fuck it.
Wow.
Like, I just remind you, I edited most of this out. This is a good half an hour of my life that I'm not going to get back. As well, like, we don't even get to knock him out. He just throws us into the club. And as you can see, the Blue Man group is doing a gig here, which is pretty neat.
Oh, they've got instruments and everything. Deadly.
Well, that guy's actually playing. Okay, so what happens here is you have a whole lot of people in robes in front of you. And you have to pick the right one, or else you get thrown out. And you might be thinking, well, Jonathan, that's very unfortunate, but at least you can go down the alleyway and just hop through the window again. No, you don't. You can't do that.
No, you have to do the whole thing again, yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do. Yes.
Thankfully, we say it, though.
I'm just outraged.
That's a pause for you to go outraged.
Yeah, I leave myself pause for an edit so I can give out fuck. Yeah.
Oh, this is we're seeing in real time you realizing that you have to go through this whole thing again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But of course, there's only so out of all the other multicolored robes, which are apparently illegal in this country, it's the brown robe.
Go for the brown one, yeah.
Yes. And keep looking, and there it is. And she hits with her handbag. But crucially, she dropped one key card, which was so that means now we have 13 key cards. And you might be asking, why is that important? I said, you'll see in about an hour. Incidentally, that character deal has a name, according to the walkthrough. Do you know what her name is?
Girl.
The bitch. The walkthrough refers to that character as the bitch. And I don't know if it's explained in the manual, or maybe the walkthrough was just written by a massive misogynist. I don't know. But either way, that's the name of the character.
No, we're off the strawberry fields.
Yeah, and now it's time for the second worst part of the game. So, you might have noticed there, as I... Oh, yeah. Shut up, Ken. Fucking full of shit. Like, nothing really gets the troubled times that we live in, where there's a sign for landmines beside the John Lennon's Imagine plaque. Really, really tragic that is. So here's the way Central Park works, okay? You're obviously, you may be aware now that we have to go left, right and up on each screen that we have. But Central Park is really, really big. And the way for them to express that is by having multiple paths on each side of the screen. And the only way you can basically do that is by snapping from one direction to the other like on whichever side of the screen. So the walkthrough will say, go to the bottom right of the screen and then click up twice, and you'll get a new path. And I think there's only like one out of all these different permutations, but there's at least 5 for each direction on screen, which means you basically have a 1 in 15 chance of brute forcing this part of the game. Like,
yeah, that's why you had to when we were tracking them, we had to you had to map out the route they took, and take the same one.
Precisely.